and welcome back to the Lex E. Rojas vlog. I'm your host, Lex E. Rojas, aka Dakota Wilmer, aka Dakota Wolf. So, this last week, I was looking at, to be honest, my views on my last 3 vlog entries, and they've been abysmal compared to last year. And I think the reason is because people just enjoy it more when I go live, when I'm my most unhinged, authentic, unfiltered, raw self. Um, and I can respect that. Plus, it's easier for me anyway. Less editing to do. So let's jump right in. My last live stream was quite late, and my last live stream. See, here we are. The last episode of the Lex E. Rojas vlog, aka Lerv, was a couple days late, but I did do my best to avoid discussing, Sunday as well as Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which was Monday. My MLK Jr. Day post got a lot of hate for no reason. It was really weird. Basically what I said is that we were honoring Martin Luther King Jr. that day, and that he used his right to peaceful protest for bettering the lives of others and for trying to bring equality to the world. And I said at the end that we should all continue to exercise our rights to peaceful protest in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. Reverend or Reverend Doctor. I'm not sure which order you should put it, to be honest. And I got a lot of heat for that for some reason. A lot of people saying things like basically repeating what I said, oh, peaceful protest. I'm like, yeah, that's what I said, peaceful protest. And some people talking about non-peaceful protests, that I was like, then it's not peaceful protest. Where am I in here encouraging non-peaceful protest? I'm not. I said peacefully protest. That's what I said. And people are yelling at me, telling me that that's not what I said, when the only words out of my mouth were peaceful protest. Anyway, that heat died down pretty quickly though. And the next day, Tuesday, I posted on Instagram and on Threads, I believe, a casting call for the upcoming comedic web series that I'm working on. I had posted, I think on Monday morning, I had posted it on Facebook as well, but I'm not sure if the group that I posted it to approved it. I also have a few more groups that I'd like to post it to also, so we'll see. I've been getting a few submissions, and I have, sent sides to people. Alexander Reyes said, okay, what are we doing here? So are we talking? Yes, we are talking. And I will gladly engage with the chat as I am wont to do, which is something I missed in my last 3 vlog entries because I wasn't going live. So I'm glad that we're back to this format. Unfortunately, this week we were all in my household struggling with congestion, coughing, runny nose, just basic cold symptoms. And on Tuesday, both of my kids had ear pain from their congestion. And my older one on Wednesday, around 4 p.m., started just just vomiting. And like, it was like twice between 4 p.m. and when I got home at like 7 p.m. I brought home some Pedialyte for her to drink to try to, help rehydrate. And then she continued throughout the night until it was like 9 more times. And at 8:30 in the morning was the 9th time on Thursday. So I called out of work and took her to urgent care. And they gave her some Zofran and sent a prescription to the pharmacy as well. And they recommended, just like one cracker here or there, no more than a piece of toast, just get her back into the swing of being able to eat. She has not vomited since then, thank goodness. She's doing a lot better. But this morning, I brought both of the girls in for, that was a time delight. Anyway, this morning I brought both of the girls in for a follow-up exam that also ended with them each getting a flu shot, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself. They were worried about the tenderness that my daughter was still feeling, my older daughter was still feeling in her abdomen. So they told us we were going to be sent to radiology to get a sonogram for her. And before we left, we did the flu shots, and my 8-year-old let the 2-year-old go first, and the 2-year-old was a little bit nervous. I held her and I, held onto her arms, and they gave her a shot right in her thigh, and, she screamed a little bit as the shot went in, and then she was fine. Absolutely fine after that, I kissed the boo-boo, we put the Band-Aid on, and then it was time to give the flu shot to the 8-year-old. And you would think this would be easier than giving a flu shot to a 2-year-old. You would think. But you would be wrong, because my 8-year-old started screaming and flailing and freaking the hell out. And this isn't her first flu shot. She had a flu shot last year when she was 7, and she was fine. So I don't know what this is, but she just started having like the biggest panic attack about this vaccination. And then eventually we calmed her down. We got her the shot in the arm, and she goes, "Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be." Like, you should have remembered that from last year. Kids are characters. And then right after that, we walked over to the hospital to do the sonogram, but they said that she couldn't have the sonogram because she had eaten at 8:30 in the morning. So they said we had to come back at 2:30 p.m. Sally Stratton says, "Are you talking to me?" Oh, he's asking someone else. Okay, so let me scroll up here a little bit in the chat, okay? Sally Stratton said she had her whole arm cut open, not, but like a big part of it, right? And Ibasagayan said OMG, which was either to me, my story, or to Sally. And then Sally said, "Are you talking to me?" And there has been no response, so we don't know yet. And back to my story. So then, we've also been struggling with the school situation this week, because last week AJ was out all week because we've been trying to transfer her to a new school where hopefully there will be less violence and harassment against her. And hopefully they actually have a plan for dismissing kids in the pouring rain. Yeah, the school she was going to before, they just like had the kids outside in the pouring rain, which I don't know if that doesn't sound like a big deal to you, but like the school she was in for pre-K and kindergarten had a strict, or for kindergarten and first grade, pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade, that school had a plan, that if it was pouring rain outside or snowing really badly, the kids would be dismissed from inside. You would go to the door, you would tell them who your kid is, and then they would send them out, right? Not the new school, not this supposedly better school that's like so great that Mom Donnie came to visit. Like, they just have the kids out in the pouring rain. The only kids who are dismissed inside at that time were the kindergartners, and that's because they're always dismissed inside. And my partner has been very upset about this, and honestly he should be, because you're sending kids outside to like catch pneumonia instead of just like waiting until their parents show up and then releasing them. But you know, the auditoriums for the after school program, it's like, you can't let the after school program wait a little bit until everyone's been dismissed. That's what they do anyway, right? Anyway, so, and then this week we got like kind of a threatening phone call saying that like she has to be at her current school while they're still doing the processing for the new school enrollment. And I was like, all right, well, I guess we'll do our best. And then she got sick. So we didn't send her to school because she was sick. And Thursday, we actually got a note from urgent care. Yesterday, we got a note from urgent care for the school that, like, she's not even going to still be at, but, like, whatever. And, like I said, today we did we had the follow-up exam for both kids from a different appointment like a few months ago, September. And she had her radiology appointment eventually at 2:30 p.m. So we left the hospital and we had to go back like after an hour or so of being home. And she got the sonogram, and they didn't really see anything on it. So they said if they find anything at all, they'll let us know Monday or Tuesday. Like her pediatrician will call me and let me know. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. And then after that, we went home and we hung out for a little bit until I had to leave for work, where I currently am doing childcare. And I found a nice little nondescript area that shouldn't give away too much about where I am. I mean, I'm in Brooklyn, but you can't even see out the window, so. Yeah. Can you ban I'm doing a race with my friend? Why do people keep asking me to ban them? I don't understand this. If you clean a vacuum cleaner, you become a vacuum cleaner. That's deep. Wow. I'm gonna open the floor up. Got him. Lane 2263. Good jokes. I'm gonna open the floor up to questions. Anyone got anything for me? I'm still casting for the web series, like I mentioned. You can find the available roles on my Instagram and my threads. You have a cute sweater, and I hope you have a great night. Oh, thank you. This story behind the sweater. This is actually a pajama top, but it's so warm that I cannot sleep in it. It is unsleepable. So I just wear it outside in the winter, and it keeps me warm, and it's great. And it's a little panda drinking boba tea, and it says happy, and it's got a little bear earmuffs, and it's so cute. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you for commenting and engaging with me in the chat. I love to talk to the chat, I really do. And I love everybody's feedback, so please remember to comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what I should do better for next time. I'm always learning, as all of us are. My mom always said, If you're done learning, you might as well be dead. That's what she always said. And always says, because she's still alive. Anyway, thank you again for watching. If you watched this entire video, great. If not, you can again later. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a thing from me. And share with your friends if they like crazy ADHD folk ranting about their week. All right. Thanks. And remember to lead with empathy.